Once upon a time in the whimsical kingdom of Peculiaris, there lived a bumbling king named Reginald, a mischievous witch named Esmeralda, and a stubborn mule named Barnaby. Their lives were about to collide in a tale filled with laughter, magic, and the most unexpected of friendships. King Reginald, despite his royal title, was notorious for his clumsiness. He tripped over his royal robe more times than he could count, and was once mistaken for a jester during a grand banquet. The kingdom's court jesters were pleased because Reginald's antics made their own performances seem positively refined. On the outskirts of Peculiaris, Esmeralda the witch brewed potions in her crooked cottage. She was known for her peculiar sense of humor and had a knack for turning the simplest of spells into comical chaos. One day, she hatched a plan to add a touch of magic to the king's life, hoping it might lighten the somber mood that often hung over the royal court. Esmeralda brewed a potion she called the Hilarity Elixir, which, when sprinkled on a person, would induce uncontrollable fits of laughter. Little did she know, her plan was about to go awry. Meanwhile, King Reginald, tired of his dull royal routine, decided to embark on a quest for a legendary artifact rumored to bring prosperity and joy to his kingdom. He set out with his loyal but equally clumsy guards, hoping that a grand adventure would make him the hero his subjects deserved. As fate would have it, Reginald's quest led him straight to Esmeralda's cottage. Unaware of the mischievous witch's intentions, he barged in, his crown slightly askew. Esmeralda, finding the king's entrance amusing, decided to play along with her own brand of magic. With a mischievous glint in her eye, she greeted the king. "Ah, King Reginald, what brings you to my humble abode?" Reginald, attempting to sound regal, replied, "I am on a noble quest for the legendary artifact that will bring joy and prosperity to my kingdom." Esmeralda couldn't resist. She slyly sprinkled a dash of her Hilarity Elixir into the king's royal goblet. As Reginald took a sip, the elixir took effect immediately. Laughter erupted from the king in uncontrollable waves, and he stumbled around the cottage, narrowly avoiding a bubbling cauldron. The witch, thoroughly amused, joined in the laughter. Little did they know, Barnaby the mule, drawn by the commotion, had wandered into the cottage. Seeing the king's predicament, the mule let out a bray that sounded remarkably like laughter. Reginald, Esmeralda, and Barnaby found themselves in the midst of a hilariously unexpected trio, each contributing their own unique laughter to the cacophony. The once bumbling king, the mischievous witch, and the laughing mule formed an odd bond that transcended the magical mishap. As the laughter subsided, the trio decided to continue their quest together, discovering that the true magic lay in the joyous moments they shared. Esmeralda, using her magical prowess, conjured a flying carpet that whisked them away to the far corners of the kingdom. Their adventures took them to enchanted forests where trees told jokes, to mountains where rocks sang silly songs, and to rivers where fish performed aquatic acrobatics. Along the way, Reginald's kingly demeanor began to fade, and he embraced the joyous spirit of their whimsical journey. Word spread across Peculiaris about the unlikely trio and their uproarious escapades. The kingdom, once shrouded in seriousness, embraced the newfound laughter that echoed from the king, the witch, and the mule. The trio faced challenges, including a ticklish dragon, a riddle-speaking sphinx, and a mischievous imp who played pranks on unsuspecting passersby. Through it all, their laughter echoed like a magical melody, transforming the kingdom into a place where mirth and merriment flourished. One day, as they approached the legendary artifact's rumored location, they encountered a wise old wizard named Archibald, who had watched their journey unfold through his crystal ball. Archibald revealed that the artifact was not a physical object but the bonds of friendship and laughter they had forged along the way. In a surprising twist, the trio discovered that the artifact's magic wasn't external but internal. It was the joy they had brought to each other's lives, and the lives of the kingdom's inhabitants. The realization filled them with warmth, and they celebrated their newfound understanding by throwing a grand feast in Peculiaris. The laughter that had once been induced by Esmeralda's mischievous potion now flowed freely and naturally. The kingdom flourished under the rule of a king who had learned to laugh at himself, a witch who found joy in spreading merriment, and a mule whose brays were a testament to the magic of shared laughter. And so, the tale of the bumbling king, the mischievous witch, and the laughing mule became a legendary story in Peculiaris, passed down through generations as a reminder that sometimes the most magical moments are the ones we create together with a sprinkle of humor and a dash of laughter. The trio continued their adventures, exploring the far reaches of the kingdom, and spreading laughter wherever they went. As they traveled, they encountered more whimsical characters, from singing fairies with infectious tunes to dancing scarecrows in the fields. One day, during a visit to the town of Jovialberg, known for its cheerful inhabitants, the trio stumbled upon a peculiar situation. The townsfolk were preparing for their annual festival, but the town's prized laughter crystal, which powered their joyous celebrations, had gone missing. The mayor, a jolly woman named Gertrude Gigglesworth, approached the king, the witch, and the mule for help. She explained, "Oh dear, our festival is in jeopardy without the laughter crystal. It has been a source of joy for generations, and we cannot celebrate without it." Determined to assist, the trio eagerly accepted the challenge. Esmeralda, with her magical intuition, sensed that a mischievous imp might be behind the crystal's disappearance. Following the imp's trail, they embarked on a whimsical journey filled with riddles and pranks. After navigating through a labyrinth of giggling hedges and solving a puzzle involving ticklish gnomes, they reached the imp's hideout. The imp, a tiny creature with a mischievous glint in its eyes, confessed to taking the laughter crystal for its own amusement. Reginald, no longer the bumbling king, but a leader of laughter, addressed the imp, "Dear imp, we understand the allure of laughter, but the crystal belongs to the people of Jovialberg. Let us find a way to share its magic so that everyone can revel in the joy it brings." The imp, moved by the trio's sincerity, agreed to return the laughter crystal. Esmeralda, with her magical expertise, helped create an enchantment that allowed the crystal to radiate laughter in all directions, filling the entire town with a perpetual sense of joy. Jovialberg's festival became the most jubilant event the kingdom had ever seen. Laughter echoed through the streets as residents danced, sang, and reveled in the enchanting atmosphere. The once missing laughter crystal now stood at the center of the festivities, a symbol of unity and shared merriment. As a token of gratitude, the townsfolk presented the trio with a magical medallion, crafted from the purest laughter essence. The medallion, when worn, bestowed the gift of eternal laughter upon its wearer. The trio, now adorned with their laughter medallions, continued their journey through Peculiaris, bringing joy to every corner of the kingdom. Their adventures became legendary tales told by storytellers and minstrels, spreading the magic of laughter far and wide. King Reginald, Witch Esmeralda, and Mule Barnaby became beloved figures, celebrated for turning Peculiaris into a realm where laughter reigned supreme. The once stern faces of courtiers and subjects transformed into smiles, and the kingdom thrived in an era of unprecedented happiness. And so, the unlikely trio's laughter-filled escapades became an enduring legend, a testament to the transformative power of joy, friendship, and a touch of magical mischief in the whimsical kingdom of Peculiaris. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, and want to hear more of our short stories, please like and subscribe, and leave comments.